Yo, what we really doing here and what's really going on? And this is a special episode I've got right now. Today we're going to talk about Newham Dragons, and it's personally close to my heart because these three people next to me did it together, did it well. I'm going to introduce you. Person to my left, you might see him on #United clamping a few guys. Mr. Kiernan, yeah.
What's going on?
And person to my other left, you guys working educator for Leighton Orient, Craig Heskey. We've got other gentleman to my right.
Right hand man.
It was Wimbledon, right? You work in Wimbledon, right?
Yeah, I know, amongst other things.
All right, cool. But as you know, one of the best coaches in the game, and I'm not saying because he's here, because it's actually true. So let's get onto it, lads. Newham Dragons, yeah. Lads, one question I want to ask all of you: how did you actually get into coaching at first?
I first done my badges at Millwall when I was a scholar, and I actually enjoyed it, you know. And then I always wanted to be a coach when I finished playing anyway. So from then, kind of done that. Then started doing coaching in schools, and then from there just carried on, just kept doing it. Started doing academy stuff, and then still do it till this day.
Yeah, I can see that. Man. Loving life, innit? You still do #reserves?
Yeah, so I'm managing the reserves at #. Been doing that for it's my second season now. It's going well, top of the league.
Oh, I see.
Youngest team in the league, so doing it right.
Oh, take emotion, yeah. Oh, take emotion, yeah.
I don't know about that.
I can't lie though. I can't lie. I really wanted to face you last year when I was at Redbridge. I really wanted that game.
Yeah, I mean, they're not doing too well this year. I think they're bottom of their league still.
No, not surprising. That don't surprise me, man. That don't surprise me, bro. Yeah, who gives a damn? But well, Craig, how are you? How you got into coaching, man?
Well, you know, since you asked that question, I'm trying to wrap my brain around when the flipping started, bro. From what I can remember, got my level 1. I was at UEL, so University of East London, and giving it out for about £100 or something. Not even £100. It was less than that. So I jumped on that, did that. And then obviously didn't do no coaching after that. Well, in fact, that's a lie. I was in some schools. I was working with some company, going into schools, delivering like PE lessons, and it's basically babysitting, putting a little spot and run around. It was one of them things. So I did that for a bit, and then obviously, Kiers said obviously starting up a Newham Dragons thing, and then from there it just took off, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. So do you prefer coaching because you've coached a lot of ages? Did you prefer coaching in that level? Or those ages, like, so from, because you started under 16s.
Yeah. What would be my favorite age group to coach would be, I would say, I think I belong probably more in either under 18s. I haven't done 23s. It would be one of those two. I think is where I belong at this particular moment. I can do the younger ages, but in terms of comfort zone, it's definitely one of those two age groups. 100%,
yeah.
So 18s or 23s.
Okay. Which one you enjoy the most? The 18s?
Well, in terms of since I've been coaching, which one did I prefer?
Which age did you actually enjoy?
Age, it'd probably be 18s. Yeah, no disrespect to my Dragons team, they were serious, but I think definitely 18s is.
Is it because you feel like you can, you can talk to them as man to man, change certain perspectives?
See, when I see myself as a coach, I feel like I'm more of a manager than a coach. Like I feel like I belong more in that area of it rather than the whole development side. Like, I could obviously do both, but. Obviously, when you get to 18s, a lot of those boys want to win. That's what they're here for. They want to learn how to win. They want to get into first teams and all of that. So I am very big on getting them prepared for that situation, adapting and all that sort of stuff. So I think 18s would definitely be the one, man.
Yeah, that's fire. That's fire. I can't lie. Fire, man. Andre,
yeah.
How did you get into coaching? I'm not going to lie to you, I always thought you were a coach from young. Because even when we were playing the Dragons, when we were 17.
He's going to answer my question then. What are you doing? Going to ask me the question and answer.
OJ.
You're taking parts away from me. But you're right.
You go on then.
So, just alluding to
me, man. Jesus
No,
Christ,
it took me a bit of time to think of this story. You guys be taking parts away. In 2009, I got my level 1. I actually did it at Charlton. If I'm honest, I was probably one of the kids that we actually kind of coached when we was at Newham Dragons. Not saying I was up to no good, but I didn't really have like a direction. I just needed something to kind of keep me focused and look forward to. So I did my level 1 in 2009. From there, I just continued playing though. So I actually didn't get into any coaching. I just did the level 1 just to do the level 1. from then, when I was still playing, as you were just saying, that's when probably I was showing bits of my coaching, when I was just always communicating on the pitch, organising certain things, wanting to do certain things. To some managers, it kind of wasn't what they wanted, because they might have seen it as I was trying to like take their spot, when it wasn't that. It was just a case of, it was a passion for me. And I've always said that I believe that I could help players win, but don't have to be on the pitch to do that. So it was always in my mind, obviously, as I get older, and then when I eventually stopped playing football, to get into coaching. Some managers bought into that, and then obviously used me as like a coach on the pitch. But yeah, so in 2012, I did my level 2. That was at Tooting and Mitcham. Didn't actually pass it at that point. I had to do it in 2014. And that's when obviously I was at Newham Dragons as well. At that point, it was Jeffrey Nketia, who's actually the manager. And then I came in as an assistant manager.
Shout out, Jeff.
And then, yeah, it was just from there, just really like just coaching and kind of really working with players that reminded me of myself. So it was always a good fit from that bit there.
So obviously you put leaps and bounds in your coaching career. What's the difference that you see? The more you develop, what the difference you see in the players, in the players you coach?
So for me, it's all about environments. And it's not about the environment that you're in. It's probably about the environment that we create. Because you can come from somewhere, but if we've got certain rules and principles and values that we live by, regardless if you're from East Ham, Manor Park, Stratford, Maryland, here at Newham Dragons, if this is what we do, this is what we do. But yeah, if this is what we do, this is what we do. So making sure that we've created that environment means that the players that you work with are upholding those certain values. So for me, it's a case of, is there a big difference? I'll probably say no, but that's because I'm there. So wherever I am, I'm trying to implement those values and beliefs. So wherever I go, really, it feels the same.
Yeah. So
that's the value system that I live by.
Oh, that's fine. So you put your philosophy towards.
Yeah. Everywhere you go, because if you don't, then it's a case of you're just following whatever's there, and then really, are you actually coaching? Are you actually managing? Are you actually being yourself? It's just no, you're just being the physical body that they need just to do things that they want.
That's fast. What about you, kids? Is that the same thing on you?
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, same concept. Like, all about environment. It's massive. Team culture is massive. You know, once you've got everyone fighting for the same thing, it makes life a bit easier, because everyone's going in the same direction and there's no one going left, no one's going right. We're all going straight together, so it helps.
Well, same with you, Craig?
Yeah, pretty much, man. I was even just thinking about it now. When it comes to like philosophies and stuff like that, a lot of mine came from Coach Carl. That's probably my biggest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In terms of how powerful I found him, even up to this day as a big man. Looking back at it, I'm like, damn, those little principles.
That's a great film, by the way.
That's a fire film.
Yeah,
film.
Shout out Samuel.
For real, not for real.
Samuel L, if you didn't know.
mean,
Don't want to get.
Yeah, it's one of them things. I look at that and I'm like, raw. You know what? Like, this is a real story as well. I think that's what hit me even more. And I'm like, he's used sport as a way of showing people they can do something in their brains. They tell them they can't do it.
They can't do it.
It's not for me. Like, I can't do that. So obviously my principle, when obviously Kiers brought me into Dragons, I was like, yo, like, I'm gonna be in charge of like my own team. Like, already I'm feeling like these guys are looking at me for that information or that, you know, that hint of motivation or whatever, and I'm just like, yo. So I think us being young at the time probably played a big role, because we're thinking, oh, we're gonna be one of the younger coaches in this thing. So we thought, you know what, use that to our advantage. So me, I would have been 23. The Kiers would have been 21. Yeah. See, back then I'm thinking 23 to us was old back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when you look at it now, you look at Isaiah's, Jed's, they're 23.
Fucking I
you're
like,
like,
that then, boy. Fucking
shit, you're at the age that we were when we started, and we had you, man, and you looked at us as your guardians.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're your guardians. You know what I mean? And it's like,
even when I saw that picture of you and Jed.
I had to take that picture, man.
I saw that over there.
I was playing a few games with him. I was like, nah, there's no way. Like, my right hand man's not gonna take a picture. And nah, we got to do that. You see what I'm saying? And like, yo, your hair's a grown man now. You're not this 16-year-old Jed that I used to have. You know what I'm saying? And even up to the other day, he called me coach. I said, no, that's I'm not your coach.
You don't feel that, but he said it.
No,
you don't like when he said it.
Huh?
You don't
no,
like
it's
when he said that.
not liking it, but it's the level of thinking that I'm up here and he's down there. Like, no.
Okay,
me, you levels,
yeah,
man.
I get
You know what I mean? Then I was your guardian, but now you can call me bro. We're brothers now. You know what I'm saying? You're old enough to be, or young enough to be my younger brother. In a sense, my sister's the same age as him. So I'm like, nah, we're that level now. You don't have to feel like I am above you. You probably always feel that anyway, the same way we would do to some of our elders anyhow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I was letting them know that now, me and you, now we're here. You know what I'm saying? There's never this, I'm above you, superior or nothing. So yeah, man.
So, Kiers, going forward with what Craig was saying, how did Newham Dragons start, man? What was the idea behind it?
Damn. Honest truth is, yeah,
Let's get back to
I
the
was
time
bored.
machine,
Man said he couldn't play no more
I
FIFA.
was bored. Literally, what was I doing? I think I was at Welling at the time. So we was training Tuesday, Thursday night.
So would that have been your first time being not 5 days a week?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the first time I
okay.
left full-time football. And I just applied for UEL
Yeah.
that same year. And I was doing the school stuff. So I was like uni during the day and then at the school 3:30. But then I was only in, I think I was in 3 days a week at uni. And then I was just bored, man, thinking, this is rubbish. Like, for 2 days, I'm doing nothing at home, literally. And I thought, why not start a football team? Why not? Like, East London, just do it. And I think it took me a day, literally.
That quick?
I've done it all in one day. Got the name, went to the FA, done everything in a day.
That's fire. I can't lie. That's fire, man.
And then
That's fire.
that was literally it. And I think we had a conversation.
Yeah, I don't remember it, but yeah, we did.
I said, this is what I want to do. I want you to be part of it. And that was it, literally. Knew someone that worked at Callum Palmer,
Oh yeah, I
Mr.
remember
Datsun,
that.
Shout out
James
Mr.
Datsun.
Oh
To
yeah,
this day.
shout out James.
Yeah, still away from Mr. Datsun, so shout out to
Literally
him,
spoke
man.
to him about
Yeah,
it.
shout
Said, look, I want to do a team. I think he was on, it was year 10s first, isn't it?
Yeah, they were in year 10.
Under 15s.
Yeah.
He literally done the groundwork of going to the school and get me players. I think half our team were from Cannon Palmer, and then they kind of brought their friends. And then before we knew it, we had 20 players.
Facts,
Bang,
yeah,
done.
facts.
And then
Flooded all over UEL, man.
found the local,
Bloody.
yeah, literally found the local league that was easy for the boys to get to, that weren't expensive. And yeah, man, like done it properly. I done it almost. All the boys had contracts. Wasn't really contracts, but it was like,
I can remember you had them handbooks.
yeah.
You had them
Like,
handbooks.
I remember
More like an agreement.
Yeah, it was
I've actually still got that folder at home, you know, with all
Same
their
here,
cards
same
and
here,
everything.
same
I've
here.
actually still
Look,
got
I'm looking
everything
for
Yeah,
still.
still.
it was literally like an agreement to say when you're here, you behave like this. You're gonna pay your subs. When you're in school, you're gonna do this. If you're bad in school, I know your teachers, so I can just phone them up, or they can
True, we
phone
did.
me and let
We
me
did at that
know.
point as well.
You know, if you're bad in school, you ain't playing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
important.
yeah.
You know, it was more just to help them. You know, just to keep them occupied when they're not at school. You know, they like football, so come play football. Do you know what I mean? But there was still the element of, even though you're at football, you still behave a certain way. You know, we treat you with respect, and we expect to get it back, almost like you're at home, but you're not at home, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, man, that was it. And so I got Craig in. Me and Craig ran the team together. Craig got UEL so we could train out on a Friday. Train
Shout out
there.
UEL, shout out UEL.
Yeah,
Shout
big
out
up
Sports
UEL,
Hub, shout out
man.
Sports Hub.
Sports
Yeah,
Hub,
Sports
Shout
Hub.
Ricardo.
Sports Hub done a lot
My
for us,
guy.
still. They've done a lot for us. Had our first year. Went well, I suppose. Then started having creating the season. It's about how we're gonna expand this. Then I think, who do we speak? Was it Jeff we spoke to first?
Yeah. Jeff said he's interested in running the team.
Jeff had his obviously his little brother. So we sat down with Jeff. Jeff said, "Yeah, I'm in. Let's do it." So then we had the under 14s team.
Sick team, man.
Then he brought you in.
Yeah.
Then obviously Dre came in with Jeff, and we ran with it. They smashed it up, and then obviously we had a chat with you.
Yeah, to be honest, I kind of volunteered, to be honest.
Yeah.
Actually, I was in
He was
I
really
was the
working with us
person-
at
I was
first,
the
wasn't
person-
he?
Yeah.
I volunteered because
yeah.
I just saw the vision. I was like, yeah, this is fire. I can't even lie.
And
the way you had them boys prepped up, like they was giving respect to. I didn't even know me. They didn't have to
Yeah.
say. They didn't have to say to me. They didn't do anything. I thought, you know what? I'm kind of honest, you know.
And I feel that came because the way me and Craig treated them. You know, because we gave them that respect, they gave back to us. And anyone that we kind of brought in, they treated them how they would treat me and Craig. And that's a credit to them as well, because they could have easily just
Could have easily
tossed it off, like,
yeah,
do you know
exactly,
what I mean?
man.
But they didn't, because they knew the implications of what comes with that.
Facts.
You know,
Facts.
so they wouldn't disrespect anyone because they knew if that happened, they ain't playing. You know, and there's nothing worse than missing football when all your friends are there and you can't play. So Monday morning in school, they're like, oh yeah, we won 6-0. And you're sitting there like, didn't play because I was doing whatever. So, and then obviously, so within, was it 3 seasons? We had 3 teams. Or was it 2 seasons?
I think it was 2. I think it was by the second season we had
3 teams, you know. So, yeah, man. And then we rolled with it and it was good. White lasted, it was good. Had some good times. Obviously won trophies. I think you went the season unbeaten.
So did Jeff's team. Your team as well, isn't it?
I mean,
I remember
2 teams go unbeaten.
All 3 teams won the league.
Yeah, 3 teams won the league in the front.
I don't know how I won that league.
Man said he don't know how.
Let me tell you, I was fresh. I wasn't even qualified, by the way. I was still zilch memory.
Hold on, sorry, I'll cut you there. Hold it, because you said you weren't qualified. So tell me what you mean by you weren't qualified.
So I didn't do my level 1 until.
I've been the season after.
Cool.
Yeah.
But were you from Newham?
Yeah.
So you understood what the boys might be going through. Cool.
Yeah.
Have you been their age playing football?
Yeah.
Cool. So you also understand what it's like to be, as you said, if they've got a problem in a certain area, to not be there. If they understand. So for me, you're qualified. You're more than qualified. Because listen, I'm all for it. You definitely got to get your qualifications and things like that. But more than anything, you understood the person before you even knew about the player. So
100%.
don't shut yourself down about you weren't qualified. You was qualified. Now continue, my man. Spit what you got to spit. No, for real, you was qualified. You was qualified. No, you weren't. You was qualified.
Because I was new to the game. Obviously, I had a prior experience of because Kiers made a defensive coach.
Oh yeah, he was.
I can't lie. Them gays, bruv. When Kiers used to, bruv, when the defense was going wrong, when the defense go wrong, take back. Oh my god! Just one goal could go in. Take back, and we could be 4-0 up. We could be 4-0 up, and then go, cool.
You're
the coach, bro. That's your department.
He respect perfection every single time. So I respect that though. Respect that. Kept me on my toes. I can't lie, man. Got me actually trying to think of new defensive schemes, all that stuff. But it was that first training session of mine. Oh my god, my heart was beating like crazy, like crazy. I thought it'd be a walk in the park. Nope. Then but.
Compare yourself now to back then. You sit and you laugh like, what the hell's
yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm worried about, bro.
Yeah, man, true. Man. I had to go to school for one of them. Junior, remember Junior?
Oh, Junior.
Junior. Literally. Oh God, like.
What school did you go to?
The Bonds.
It was Bonds, innit?
Yeah. As soon as he told them my name,
he was good as well.
So he told them my name. Oh, Terry's a coach. Cool.
Yeah,
I think
who was the teacher looking after? Miss Armstrong, innit?
Massive.
I think it was Armstrong her name was.
Yeah, but I think Mr. Skelton, he gave me the ring because Skelton, he told Skelton my name.
Okay.
And then that's when he gave it.
Shout out to Miss Armstrong. I do remember. I remember me and you went there. We went to go see her, and shout out to her.
Yeah, I think that was massive as well for us because I didn't believe many, if not any, other teams done that.
No disrespect. None of them are doing that.
No, they weren't
We're doing the most.
If these boys are bad in school, we were going to their school.
Facts.
With their teachers.
Facts.
Shout out to Gabriel, 7 Kings.
Yeah.
Mr. Datsun, that Canon
That's right.
Obviously, St. Bonds, we knew all them teachers anyway.
Yeah, like.
Don't matter. We just turn up.
I feel that we done things properly. You know, it wasn't just about them coming to football and training and playing games. It was bigger than that. It wasn't just about having my footballers as well.
Pulling out was one boy. I think he was a Colin Palmer boy actually, or Palmer's Academy. Sorry, I actually remember him coming to train and telling him, "Pull out your diary. You need to see what the tensions have been in there."
Yes.
You know what I mean, we were doing all of that. See, us being young and fresh of ideas and not much going on. You know what? We had time for
Craig, could you just think about our mindset back then, though, to
crazy,
actually do that? Like, 23 years old, like us for doing that.
It's scary, you know. Sometimes I look back and think, wow, what triggered us here? Let me do that.
Yeah.
So it is. I think what the trigger was that we experienced it. So we experienced one side of it, but didn't get the other side, i.e. the coaching that we're giving them. We didn't receive that. So
we didn't.
I might have 5 senior detentions in my planner, but you know what? I can still pay my £5 and go, because the coach, as far as he's concerned, I'm here, I'm going to score goals, and that's brilliant. But he don't now realise I'm not a trainer next week, because now my mum finds him 5 senior detentions. I mean, who knows if I'm going to be anywhere when she finds that. But so they're not showing that side of it. So for him, and again, no disrespect to any coaches, because I understand you're there to be there for the football and the coaching, but we saw it as a bit, because it meant something to us. Like it's our hometown, it's our borough. Like everything, the fact that they've gone to St. Bon's or Cannon Palm or Seven Kings, we went to St. Bon's. There's that tie there. So we're looking at it like, you know what? Everything you're telling me, I've probably told someone else. So it's not going to run past me. So you know what? Let me see them detentions, because now I can tell you about them detentions. So possibly when you do go see your mum or your dad, you're already telling them, you know what? Coach Dre or Coach Craig, Coach Hesk, Coach Terry told me about that and what I got to do better. And then their parents looking at you like, right, okay, so there's a bit of accountability. And you know what? Also, you're having those conversations with someone else. So it's not just mum and son or dad and son. It's a case of son and mentor are also chopping things up and getting things sorted before it even comes to me. So I think we had that. We basically built a bridge that we never had. And I think that is what was kind of like a trigger for us.
2 other things is in there as well. One, it was our ego. We had ego.
Yeah.
Our ego was there for, listen, we remember being your age. We know all the tricks in the book.
Yeah.
We've been there, spun all them stories. You're not spinning us. You're not fooling us, man. That was one of them. I think the others, because we knew our names is on this thing, man. I think we already had that sort of pride in the back of our head. Like, my name's on it. No one's going to be able to say, you know what, they were unorganized, or this coach did this. Or we wanted to be able to say, no, we did things as well as we probably could. And on top of that, eating on mugs.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, the teacher said I didn't have to go to detention. Huh? No, don't do that.
I loved it when they said about, I've got a teacher and got to detention. I said, who's your teacher? Oh, Mr. Conlon. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, cool.
I'll phone him
right away. I'll go to school tomorrow. I'll ask him. He'll tell me.
Yeah, for real.
So, what was the best one? What was one of your best moments in the season? In that season, because that 2004 was special because we all won something in it, and we all supported each other. Like there was games that 16s will come to support the 14s, or the 14s will come to support our 14s, or it was just literally that family vibe at that times. So, which was the best moments?
Scary. I almost don't want to answer because I feel like if I say one thing, something else is going to creep up later on. And be like,
that's gonna be bare moments for me, but bare moments.
I don't know, man. I think one of the bigger highlights was the fact that we did promote him from 14s to 16s. I thought that was quite. So you didn't have to, and it was a situation of I don't have to take your players, but you know what? Let's give them something. Let's just show that these teams are connected. They are together. It's not just 16s, 14s over there. You're over there doing your thing, and I thought that was quite a nice thing of us integrating and saying, you know what? Let's bring them in. And one, they're learning from the 16s, and 2, 16s are learning how to look after other players. That's a part of the game where academy players don't learn. They don't learn about having to carry players and hold someone by the hand pretty much and get him through a game from their experience and what they know. You see what I'm saying? So I thought that's something that's a highlight. But I know there's just going to be so many because it was a good time in terms of us when we're doing at that point, man. It
was a good year, man. It was a very, very good year, man. I mean, we all had obviously our goals. We wanted to go. I mean, some goals were different than others. I mean, but we did it as a family. We did it well, to be honest. I was actually surprised how well we all did as a collective. You know what I'm saying? Like they go in schools and they talk about how we won this team. You know what I'm saying? How we beat. Like, even me and Dre, we could say how many players have we had from St. Bonds. Teachers are coming up saying we can't stop here talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like they couldn't get their head around it. Like every Monday they talk about Newham Dragons.
Tell you what would be a massive highlight from that year actually. Obviously, we're 4 men having an honest conversation. I remember obviously Jeffrey and Dre obviously had their team oversubscribed. You had so many players. You know what I'm saying? And obviously you've attempted to take some of the players that weren't getting into the team. At first they weren't having it, and I remember.
Hold on, sorry. Shout out Johnny Axe by the way, because he was my first assistant before Darren came.
Okay, yes.
Johnny Axe.
Johnny Axe.
Shout out Johnny Axe. I can't lie.
Nigel the Young.
Yes.
I can't lie though, because when he came in, obviously the boys we had a bit of. So they saw Johnny.
Wait, hold on.
God, I'm not gonna. They literally saw that. So they saw Johnny and like, oh, gosh, John's hench, you know. We need to be like him. Like, so he made them literally step up that little high. So just being there alone that made them step up their intensity a little bit more. God give shout out to Johnny, man, because he was there for the start.
100%. Yeah, man. Even with your team, I remember me and Kiers were saying, "Look, Terry, the numbers ain't there right now, bro. We need to."
Oh yeah, I'm right, bro.
I actually remember telling Kiers
That
like,
team was going to fold.
I said to Kiers, you know, I spoke to Terry. He's not having it.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Kiers, please, you have to deal with that.
I can't lie. You and a few other guys. You spoke to me that day, and I can't lie. I was thinking about it, and I thought, you know what? I can't come here now. I can't just fold, man.
You said fuck you, bro. That's what you said.
100%. I'm
That's
doing you wrong. And
I'm
you
doing
did.
my thing. And look, I just remember there was one training session you wasn't there because you was at work, but Darren was running it.
Yeah.
I think I might have been working at Sports Dock on that day, so I happened to just go outside and have a look. I saw the amount of players there. I was like, yo, we were gonna tell Terry to quit this, and now he's at a position where he's gonna have to tell players, you know what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you told me, too many, yeah.
That for me was a highlight.
Yeah,
I remember, I
massive.
think we mentioned it on Joel's thing, and Joel was stunned, like,
Yeah.
like we were telling him, like, the team's not gonna come out of it, and he did.
Yeah.
You made sure. And on top of that, won the league with him.
100%.
Yeah.
So that, for me, out of everything that's happened, I think
Yeah,
that's
that
probably
was
has to be the
massive.
biggest highlight.
That was massive.
Yeah.
Rather than have two teams, we had three based on the fact you said, no, I'm going to get a team out of this. This is going to happen.
Yeah, me and Craig had conversations where
Oh no, wait.
Heskey, listen, we're holding this team, you know. We're holding this team.
No, it's always me and Darren. It's because me and Darren. And I remember John was in the line, and I mean, Darren was in UEL. I was thinking, bruv, I'm not because we boasted about this.
Okay.
Boasted about
Ego
it.
again.
So it's like,
Yeah.
imagine our class. We had the Brandons, you had the Stephans, all them lot. So you know how they like to banter a lot in it. So literally, I'm having everyone's like, oh, Darren, how's the coaching going? I'm like, no, you're not gonna talk to me like that, bro. So when they know what I'm doing, they see it in big brother. Yeah, Terry.
That's right.
Results are here. Results are there.
Yep.
No one chat shit to me. No one chat shit to me,
That's
bro.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And I can't lie. Some of them boys were in competition with Jay's team. I'll be honest.
You know, they probably
That's
were.
just natural. If you think about it at that age, like as competitors, you're gonna be in competition with anyone. For me, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, one team was better than the other because both teams run their leagues respectively.
Yeah. Yep.
And for me, it's a case of, you know what, that competition probably made them better. If they didn't
It
have
enhanced
it,
them 100%.
would they have been as good? Okay, they're competing against everyone else in the league, but you know what? Someone that I know that looks like me, goes to the same school as me, he said he won this weekend and I didn't. No, that ain't happening next weekend. So realistically, they were competing against each other and just taking it out on the rest. So that's why we won. That's why we won the league.
Facts.
They were just unfortunate the victims from their competition.
Again, who knows where they would have been if you didn't have that team, bro?
Yeah, of course.
Who knows if any of them were playing?
Hey, bro. Like,
You gave them an experience, you know what I'm saying?
So that experience. I'm not gonna lie, even me. I learned a lot from that because I obviously coming to a new stage. You three were before me, so I'm thinking to myself, oh man. But I've learned a hell of a lot during that year, where I always put towards my future coaching sessions as well. So whether it's under fives or big men, every philosophy, every stage goes on because of that year. So I always shout out Newham Dragons for that, man. Much love,
You
man.
even took them man Fulham, innit? Go watch
Yeah,
Fulham.
that was so fun.
Yeah.
That was so fun, man. Some of them was their first game. That was some of them
you
was their
imagine?
first game, man.
I didn't
So
see my first Prem game until I was 21, bro.
But
Man, I've seen that 14.
it's just
because the coach is
imagine,
taking
it's just the idea of I'm going football with my friends because usually you're going with your parents, so it's literally their friends with two adults, and it was like that day was so fun. I could see the enjoyment.
But even on top of that, yeah, how many parents did you see from your age group like that were in contact and you saw them? And that's been one of my biggest, like, you know what I mean,
Ways that way as
that's
well.
been an issue
think
for me
it was
because I
Sean.
thought we got like these kids coming to us. We could be anyone
Yeah.
doing anything. You see what I'm saying? And you're allowing him to go to football Friday night or Thursday, whatever day they train, Sundays. Oh, I'm going to a game to watch Fulham. Who knows? You see all this nonsense we read on
for
social
real.
media these days.
But do you know what I think it is as well? I think it's a case of, as you said, firstly, we're all DBS cleared and all of that, you know, enhanced checks. We got that. Yeah. FA checked us, we're all good. But I think it's also a case that they probably looked at it and thought the lesser of two evils. Now, they could send their child to us and they could be going football, they could be going Fulham, they could be training. Or they might not send their child anywhere and then they end up just loitering around outside McDonald's and then whatever happens. So I know it sounds bad, and you know what, as you said, they did take that chance, but they're seeing it as, I'm going to have to believe he's playing football until I find that he's not, rather than I don't know what he's doing, where he's up to, what he's up to, and I don't ever want to get a knock on the door from the police or a phone call. So, as you said, it's a lesser of two evils because they do see a football kit. They do see the kit a bit dirty. They see that they're paying subs. They're seeing that football boots being used, and maybe one or two parents might come out. So then they do see something. But I think, as you said, 100%, because if you think about different communities where, especially like we've had games where we would go to Lakeside. Wow. Every kid would be with both parents, a sibling, and a dog.
Dog.
Every
Dog.
parent,
Dog.
every child has got both parents, a sibling, and a dog. If it's warm enough, the grandparents are out as well. Yeah. We're there, full team, 2 coaches against that. That is it.
No parents.
That is it. No parents. So
no minibus.
No minibus. No nothing.
That's it. Public transport, innit?
Public transport, everything we had to do that.
TFL, bro.
So yeah, with that being the case, it was a case that they knew there was still something, and they trusted us with it. And you know what? I think they had the right to trust us. But more than anything, for ones who are parents out there, you know, a mother's instinct, a father's instinct, they're always gonna know, you know what, this seems right, this doesn't seem right. And they probably felt our energy was genuine, so that's why they allowed it. But yeah, you're 100% right. In regards of it,
more dialogue.
It could have been. There should have been probably a bit more to be like, oh hi, my son's with you or not. But yeah, in this day and age in Newham, it probably was the lesser of the 2 evils.
I thought it always came out of pre-season, and when the season started, this just disappeared.
Yeah,
it's almost like a babysitting thing to some minute, and he's occupied, he's doing something. But yeah, I think if I was looking at things in terms of like things I'd like to have done, speak more dialogue with parents. Like, your son is with me, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, man.
Just touch on what you said about the TFL thing though, but there's little things that we've done which also helped. Now, you go grab any 14, 13, maybe even 15-year-old and say, all right, cool, plan how we're going to get from here to Tooting via the tube on a Sunday when they've got some lines closed. They're not going to know what's going to happen. Yeah. But we, based on that being our reality, we use that as a learning opportunity. So it's the case of, you know what, players, we're going to Tooting. How do we get there? We're going to be at West Ham. That's the Jubilee line. I need you to plan it because we're following you. But in that case, is about one, maybe a coach and a parent with 16 children. But it's the little things that we did, and I always remember, pull your trousers up. When you're walking around, your trousers ain't sagging. Facts, why? Because you're representing yourself. You've already got a case where people are going to negatively stereotype you, and that's not your fault. Don't help them. Now, you know what? I'm all for it. You know what? They shouldn't stereotype you. They shouldn't judge you. Cool. But before they get to know you, don't let them already say that you're something that you're not. Little things where, if they're cold, cool, put a hat on. You ain't got to need to have your hood up. Because as far as they're concerned, I'm walking around with 16 footballers. They might see one guy walking around 16 of his gang members. So I just needed to make sure, like, yo, your trousers are up, your hood's down. If there's a case where someone needs a seat on the tube, give that up. If it's a case that, you know what, we're on the tube, make sure that you're using the correct language. Now, all of those things I'm asking for, as much as you might say, but this is a football team, got to focus on the football, are the same things that we would all do today at this age. So hopefully those kids who are now young men, when they're doing that, that's something that's instilled from then. So again, it's just about using our reality and making it a learning opportunity. And I think that's because you said about traveling with the tube. That was something that we all made sure of.
Facts, man. That's you just took me back there still, but I can't lie.
That's literally what it was. That's literally what it was.
Terry, you know, bro, we worked with 16, 17, 18-year-olds that we couldn't get from Waltham Forest College to Peters May, which is in Walthamstow. Waltham Forest College to another place in Walthamstow. I'm like, yeah, meet us here. We're not getting no minibus for you. Scrambling. Like, but it got to a point where I'm not even surprised, you know.
Even a far journey.
Too funny, man.
Yeah, man, no, not wrong at all, man. We needed to do all of that stuff.
So we've all coached some gems of players, man. So which player, and I don't care what they feel right now, they're big enough now, man. Which player you say was some real gems in your team?
FYI, my hood is up because I'm sitting by a window and it's open and it's kind of chilly.
I mean, hey, listen. We're grown men now.
They're grown men now. They're grown men now.
You ain't gonna get stereotyped. They know you. They ain't gonna stereotype you. They can Google you. Go on, you said 11s.
Dre spoke.
Yeah. Oh, so you want my players?
Sorry, I just asked what the question was.
No, so which players you thought were gems?
Are we going to pick out one each?
No, so just because which one of your players in your club were gems? Like, okay, he's a player.
I think the obvious one for me would have been Darnell Ramsey.
I'm surprised you said him first. Yeah, he was going to be mine.
The obvious one. I mean, when it comes to natural football talent at 15, I don't think there was anyone better. The things he could do with football was scary at times. Yeah. So definitely for me, in that age group, he was probably my standout one for me.
I can't lie. What got me is when someone say you owe me a goal, and he would look at. I thought it was you, Craig. Or was it you?
Might have been.
He's crazy. Like, you hold me a goal, you know. He's like,
Probably was, yeah.
what? Oh, all right, cool. And 2 minutes later,
Goal.
top bins.
Goal.
Top bins.
I remember when I first came, I counted Darnell. I actually thought to myself straight away, I'm not qualified to coach this guy. That's the most
Could
thing
he was
I
that
heard.
good?
I'm like, yo, like you've been at obviously what would Redden have been Cat 2?
Yeah.
Cat 2, I'm like, I am not equipped for you. You know what I mean? And I thought, damn, like how am I going to keep this guy engaged? And the thing is, he came in and he was hungry. He was like, Coach, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Obviously, at times he'll slack off a little bit and be at the same level as everyone else. And I remember taking him home and said, no, I need you to be above that. You need to show them what's after being in the camp. If you come to training and show them how they need to be training, you see what I'm saying? And he did that. Comes to a game, oh, coach, what do you want me to do? Play 2 touch max. That's all you've got.
Yeah.
And you got it, you try it.
Yeah.
You do it. You get a 2 touch.
He used to get limited in training.
Yeah, the kid was serious. I
And
think
he-
if he had me now, what I know now, if I had him then, who knows where he'd be.
Yeah, it's true.
Swear
Like, and even when we chat about respect, till this day, he messaged me on Tuesday. First word, gaffer. Till this day, like he doesn't call me Kiers. Always gaffer or gaff all the time. Like
That's fire, man. That's
and
fire.
he's a big man now.
Big
Do you know what I'm
man,
saying?
he's a grown man.
So
Where is he now?
nowhere at the moment.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Get Darnell signed.
So for real, man. Get him, sign him up, man. Sign
Only
him
if he
up,
wants
man.
to be, though. Only if he wants
Sure.
to be.
It's true. But do you feel like when you have that type of player in your team that is actually you're also learning the process, that how you know what I'm saying, how am I gonna how what I can do to make him better, you know what I'm saying? Because most coaches I see now they have a player that he just lets him do whatever, like have free moments.
Do what you want.
Yeah, I think for me with Darnell it was different because I had come. Obviously, I played academy football. I had been a pro, so it was like obviously his uncle's well-known English footballer. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so he's around footballers, like his cousin's footballer. So to manage him I found it easy because where he wanted to go, I had been already. So when you got that kind of talent, it's just about us doing the other side of it, of the outside of football when he's in school, like all that kind of stuff. Because when he was with us, he was good as gold. Like he had an arrogance about him, but not in a bad way. It was, I know I'm good, but I'm gonna show you that I'm good every week. And we kind of built the team around him, essentially, to the point where he played number 10. There was times when we played in number 4. So he was still learning to play somewhere else on the pitch.
Okay.
And to see, I can make goals from playing up high at the pitch. What can I do from deeper? And I then took him when I was doing the academy stuff. And I started playing in number 8, number 4. Like, he didn't play 10 for me because I know he can play 10. Let me teach you something else. Play somewhere else and learn that side of it as well. Because you might go to a team that don't play with 10. If you only play 10, you're no good to him. So by making him play elsewhere, it's developing him to understand new roles on the pitch. And from that age group, definitely my standout player.
And the good thing about us having egos, no one in our team was bigger than us, no matter where they've been.
Yeah.
So even when he wasn't doing what he had to do, he has been on the bench.
Yeah.
You need to give me this if you want to go on the bench. So that's one thing I thought we had done really well, is that we managed anyone that was there. We didn't. You weren't better than us, so stop. You know what I mean? So there's no, because it's Darnell, he can get special treatment. Nah, like Darnell mucks around, the next man goes. No one was favorited in our team. You see what I'm saying? Everyone got equal weight, and I thought that was important because we've all grown up, and there's always been a favorite.
Yeah.
You can feel the energy. You can see the way managers get. You can just tell. The rules are different for you. You know what I'm saying, and we're big on if anyone's the favorite, it's us. We're the favorite. Which again, I think for us worked well for him. It worked well for us and the group. Is that nobody is, I'm special. I got red carpet, not you guys. I'm lucky. You know what I mean?
That's fire. That's fire. What about you, Andre? What was your gems of players?
I mean, there's a few. And everyone's got one for like different reasons. Everyone's got like different
I've got one for
stories.
your team as well.
Off the top of my head, just naming a few, I've got Arif.
What a player. What a player. What a player.
I remember.
I've even got Neville.
Yep. That's mine.
Neville's one for me.
I like Kane a lot, man.
Kane's incredible. Even on the other side, so we had Arif on one wing, we had Henry on the other wing.
Henry, good player. Good player.
We had like Emmanuel Bando, centre back, like free kick specialist.
Oh yeah.
We had Igaris at one point. It was like Neuer, and it was weird because like we had these players, and for me to say a standout, there are different reasons for being a standout for me. So, example, like someone like Neville, I always remember that Neville felt that he couldn't header or something like that. So just to see his progression and then him winning headers, him coming out on the Saturday and doing extras, and him just really wanting to improve his game, that was a standout moment for me, and that's what made him become a standout player, because then that helped build his confidence, so he can now communicate, lead, organize, show those leadership skills. For the likes of like someone like Igaris, who essentially was good in goal and found it sometimes too easy. It was a case of making sure that he remains focused all the way through and maintaining his standards as well. So being able to help him do that, that's what made him become a standout player. But regards of like technical ability, they were all good. Arif was just sensational sometimes because he just really enjoyed it and was able to see pictures before everyone else and execute them just as good as anyone else. And I think if I'm saying, because he was the first name that I did say, so I'll probably go with saying with Arif.
You know if any of them still play?
Arif was at Ebbsfleet.
Arif was at Ebbsfleet.
He then signed a year deal there with the first team, but I'm not sure.
Funny enough, some of them are in with the non-league circuit now, which is crazy because if you think about it, where we were coaching and where they were and now where we are now and where they are. So I think I saw him one time. So Mo Raz was at Romford. Emmanuel Bando, I think he's currently with the Barking under 23s. I think John was.
He actually done some work at Orient with me.
Yes, I think he was at South Woodford. No, sorry, Woodford Town.
Little Johnny fullback.
Yeah, Little John fullback at Woodford Town.
Yeah, he was at Woodford with Shane. I spoke to him. He wanted to come to hashtag with me, but I lost his number, and that was the end of that.
So the agent didn't have the number. Same boy. But it's just a case like, so yeah, some of them are still playing, and then some of them are really like trying to continue their love for the game. But I think not just blowing our own trumpet, but I think the things that we did for them off the pitch helped them with that transition.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I think a lot of the time is we're playing football. I want to become a professional footballer. That's the be all end all. It's a case of that's not going to happen for many. But you can still continue to play football, but you can still go and earn a wage elsewhere 100%. And work in, but understanding what that means and what things you need to do. So I think, more than anything, we helped the people whilst they were playing football. So if they are good people now, I'd like to say we all played a massive part in that. Yeah. And if they're good footballers now, then we also played a little part in that as well. But I think some of them are still playing, but more than anything, I think the important thing is that all of them are still in a good place.
Facts.
That's good. Facts. What about yours, Terry, man? Who's the jump from your group?
My squad, I'll say Sean was good. Sean,
Skipper.
Skipper. He was a very good leader. Very good leader.
Good boy, man.
Very good boy. Stevie was a man amongst boys. That guy, like as tiny as he was, like as short as he was, he was a man amongst boys. Like
that's our unks.
He was a tank.
Yeah, that's our unks.
He was a man amongst boys. He was left foot specialist. He would bully people, and he loved playing against big strikers. Like he didn't care how big he was.
It's true.
I'm putting you to the floor, I'm getting the ball, and I'm playing my game. I love that guy. Junior.
Wow, that's a throwback.
I loved Junior, bro.
Jesus.
Junior was
very good.
Fire. As a striker, he was quality.
I'm pretty sure he was like, some clubs were looking at him, I'm sure, during that period.
Yeah.
I'm sure I remember hearing that.
Never had a trim.
Yeah.
Hair was never combed, but he could ball. Yeah.
He was a ball. Like, it was just behaviour, man. His behaviour was just, that's one player. If I knew I had for a whole season, I would have won that cup semi-final. I would have won that cup.
And again, same time, what you know now, if you knew it then, you'd have been able to even manage him even better. Obviously, for us, we've had to go away and learn and actually look back at things so much differently now because obviously we've been through so many experiences, so many different people. And you're thinking, his behaviour isn't just, I just want to badly behave. Circumstances, issues at home, all of this stuff is affecting the way he behaves. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man. It's mad. I remember him as a player.
Sandro was a decent player. You say he was never fit. Like, couldn't run 5 yards.
Oh,
But he's
Pew, pew.
but when you can spray a ball, he can spray a ball.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, he could spray a ball for days, and he
tech.
was my main centre back. I
he
can't
tech.
remember. So position wise, he knew how to hold his position. Ball playing wise, he knew how to do that. But gradually, I had to teach him like you got to be more fit. You got to have the legs to just run full course of the game. He got there eventually, but he was good. And you know what? Even Matas, he was my goalkeeper.
I went for you to mention him.
He was my goalkeeper.
Yeah,
And now he was in the season my left back.
Yeah.
And I was like, rah. Like his progression was crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
And again, I think him not having to be with your group
yeah.
and being exposed, like I am now the main man.
Yeah.
Helped him a lot.
He's just
I couldn't believe that one kind of shook me and Darren back. Like, rah, hold on. Was this our goalkeeper? Like, yeah. And like, to him having to be comfortable on the pitch and actually just play his game was actually that's when I kind of realised, you can actually do this with his team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think two people I'm going to mention. Definitely got to mention Sonny.
Sonny.
Sonny was
trying to picture his face. The name Sonny.
He was my right winger.
Diego Bonds.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember him. Sunshine Sonny. I think he used to always smile and that.
Yeah.
Sunshine Sonny. Yeah.
Sonny was
Happy kid, eh?
Yeah, man.
But I think personally, I wish I knew where his best position was, because winger, I thought it was too easy. But in the big games, I couldn't really get the best out of him. Okay. I thought I was trying to do striker, but it weren't working. But I wish I could have done the best with him, to be honest. Yeah. And last but not least, I love Bernie, man.
Bernie was your dog. Bernie was your dog.
Like Drogba. If I had to dig a Drogba, that would dig a Drogba. When I tell you, no one's getting the ball.
Bernie.
No one's getting the ball. Literally.
What I respect about that, is that you can imagine if this was, maybe not any, I'm not going to say that, but most Sunday league clubs will see someone like Bernie and think, you just got to lose weight.
Yeah.
Be able to run more. But you've gone and seen there's something we can get out of him without having to do all of that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can still play a part in this team without having to think, I need to be slimmer like him, or I need to be running more like him. Like you gave him something in the team that can be beneficial for the group, but also give him motivation. Like, okay, you know what? I can play this game even the way I look. Like, and I thought that is class.
Yeah, like literally, you think you get a pass? No, you're not getting but when literally when you pin you down, it's done. It's done. It's done. Even we had. I remember we had 2 12-year-olds in the team as well.
Did Eddie play for you?
Yeah, Eddie and Jason. Yeah, Eddie and Jason.
Played as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that was actually a crazy team, man. I'll be honest, man. I didn't at start. We and Jonathan were like, Darren were there, we were looking worried, and by the end it was like, right.
I remember that training session, bro. Better players, bro.
I remember the first game that me and Jonathan did. We got bounced double digits.
Oh, is it?
Double digits.
Oh, no. Swear.
And literally, we had the whole group there. And then
Kiers is like, right, I didn't know about that score.
Kiers,
they didn't send that score through.
Of course not.
They said the phone, full wall.
It wasn't double digits. It was
First
2-0.
West Ham pitch in Beckton.
Oh, kicks, yeah?
Yeah, we got pounced.
Oh, that was a friendly?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pounced.
Actually, no, I'm ringing a bell now.
Literally, we got pounced. It was bad. I was
I
refereeing.
didn't get that text.
Yes, I remember you were refereeing.
I was refereeing the game.
Wait, hold on, wait. You lost the game, you reffed.
Hey, I'm not cheating them.
Nah, I mean, you could have seen something was going on. I mean, you could have lessened the time, made half-time come a bit quicker. Your boys needed you, B.
Offside.
Offside. Yeah, they needed you.
Hey, John was there to manage them.
I like that.
But I think the amazing thing was they all stayed afterwards, and they wanted to learn the course, which was a great thing. But yeah, that first game, me and John always laugh about that. That was fun. Like we saw some funny things that day, man. Some funny things. But it was good as well because we knew how to where the holes need to be done, what players we might need to make adjustments. You know what I'm saying?
Always learning.
That was a good big learning. Imagine that my first game by myself, double digit loss. I'll never say that. To this day, I never said it. That's my first day saying it. My first day saying it.
That's what Kiers didn't know.
Yeah, for real. None of us knew.
As
soon as you're giving shout-outs, I'm going to give shout-outs now, man. I had to start thinking.
People keeping secrets.
Hold that one baller, Christian. You must remember Christian.
Of course.
Small centre midfielder.
Of course.
He was a player. I actually hope he's still playing. in some way, shape, or form. He was a magician, man. Serious player. Shout out to JJ.
I can't believe you didn't mention this guy's name, bro. Owen,
I got it, yeah? Oh, let me get that.
I've got a couple that I'm going to give mention to.
my bad.
Shout out to JJ, man. JJ, what, 5'2"?
Yeah,
5'4"?
quality guy, man. Quality.
Right back.
Quality.
I said, nah, put your centre back.
Man
just
amongst
so you
boys.
can go and learn. You know what I mean? Like the kid had ego. Ego's through the roof. And I think that's what made him the player he was, is because he was no man can beat me because I am the best. I'm the best defender. You can't get past me. And if you do, I'm going to deal with you. You see what I'm saying? But big shout out to him because he shouldn't. No one's played him at the back. No one's playing him as a centre half.
Facts.
But I would leave him then. He's my leading centre half. Like, you lead the back four. You tell him what to do.
Facts.
He looked after Sean when Sean came to us. So
Facts. Hey, big shout out to
mentored
JJ.
him. He looked
Big
after
shout
him.
out
I
to
said,
JJ,
that's your
man.
job. Look after Sean. Make sure he feels comfortable in the game. Don't let any of the other players on the other team try and bully
presence,
him.
man. Big
He
presence.
and I know Sean was very, very grateful to JJ. innit? And JJ loved it. So big shout out to him. Owen, I think, probably excited me the most. Kid gassed me, man. This kid could run.
He was rapid.
I mean, he had a bad hamstring, though.
Yeah, I remember.
He gets 0 to 60 in a second and gone.
He was so quick.
And shout out to the Philippines Football Association. Didn't get back to me, man.
I wish he had that
Kid
cap,
scored
man.
9 goals in one game. I was like, nah, you need to take the striker on. You're under 15.
I wish he had
or
that cap,
something.
man.
You need to do something for him, but they didn't get back to me. So hold tight.
I got that email, though. I was CC'd in that one.
Hold tight that minute. Flipping, obviously, we've got to talk about Captain Joel, man.
What a human being.
That's my uncle.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I've actually still got the picture, the squad picture of all of us here, and everyone says, "Oh, is that on the guy on your left? Is that your assistant?" I said, "No, that's my goalkeeper. That's my keeper." But he had a brain of an adult. Like, he would spit facts, and I'll be sitting there like, "This guy's."
I'm listening.
I'm like, "This guy's an alien." But his peers are like, "Oh, what are you talking about, Joel, man? There we go. He's going off on one, but he's talking real facts, like big man facts. He wore his heart on his sleeve when it came to being a skipper, came to being a goalkeeper, like."
Big game player as well, man. Big game player.
I knew he was different from when I first met him, and I saw him, shook my hand, said hello, then went back to reading his book.
Yep, I remember that.
Yes, the big yes.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
We're pre-game, my man's reading a book.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, he's different.
Different.
He's different, but different doesn't always mean bad. Like, different just means he's not like the rest, and that can be a good thing. He was good.
I remember there was a game. It was either half time or full time. I don't know what the score was. Must have won, obviously. And when in the change room, me and Craig, all the boys came in, whatever. And he started talking before us about the game. And it just went silent. Just him talking. I remember sitting there thinking, what you gaffing now, or you the coach now? I just let him talk. But what he said was 100% right. To the point where I think when he finished, we didn't even talk. We said, all right, cool, it's done. Left it as that. Like, proper grown man in a young boy's body.
You should coach.
Like,
100%.
motivated everyone, every game. You know, proper captain. What you want in a captain, he was your captain. Like, you get everything out of him. You know, and he was a great kid. No, I'm not surprised he's gone on to do good things because it was destined to do good things. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised.
I have to shout out Isaiah.
Of course.
For one very, very
Yeah,
big
Isaiah.
by Christian Benteke. For one very, very big reason. Yeah, obviously we know we played in the ELE, bottom barrel league. You know what I mean? There's not much you can learn from that. It's about the experience that we make that would keep them there, keep them motivated. He left us to go to an Eastern Junior Alliance team and ended up coming back.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I said, raw. That standard, I know already. I can't argue with you because that standard is 100%, 25, 65, 100 times better than ELE. But you came back. I thought, raw. Clearly, what we have to offer is better than what you're getting there, even though the standard of the players you're playing against is better. I said, wow. When he came back, he put his head down, he banged his goals. I said, cool. What a man. He's one of them now that's coaching. I think he has like an under 9s, under 10s team now. In my head already thinking, you know what, I need to talk to this guy about, turn that team into Newham Dragons.
Of
Run
course,
the thing, you know what I mean? But shout out to him, man. Obviously went to go and play Step 5 as well by the time he was like, 19, 20?
He played. Yeah, he did. He
how much
did
that
his
ball
bits.
up the
He did
game,
the
man.
bits.
So shout out to him 100%, man.
I think most of the development came out of you and Kiers.
Bits and pieces.
Yeah.
His hunger for the game was there, man. You know what I mean? I think you'd always be grateful to us because I actually remember, I was actually thinking about sitting there, I was like, They had Nigeria had like a
Yes.
Nigeria
Yeah,
UK
yeah,
were doing
yeah,
some
yeah,
Charleston.
yeah,
and I took him
yeah.
there. I remember he was in Charlton. I took him there. And obviously I'm looking around. I'm thinking, no one knows. No coaches are here bringing like their players. And I thought, you know what? I had to do that for him. I said, let's go. Obviously there are loads of players. I said, obviously it's a trial. You're a striker. Just go and score goals. Don't think about nothing else. Don't think about overplaying. Just get the ball in the back of that net. Bag 2. He's going through to the next phase. So see, that's what we need to do in trials. You know what I'm saying? And obviously Biden had to leave him on his own because I thought, you know what? I can continue taking him, but he's got to get used to, you know what, this is me doing it. No, you know what I'm saying? So obviously left him to do his thing, but obviously him playing at the level he ended up playing at, I just knew the guy was hungry from then. He was always hungry. Wanted to be a player. Wanted to get better. Coach, what do I need to do to get better? How do I do this? Like, he was always over it. So massive shout out to him. And also got to shout out Jed.
Yeah.
Jed was my favourite. I won't lie. He was my favourite. For not just like on football perspective, but I think just as a human, I think a lot of him, I think he reminded me a lot of me. You know what I'm saying, as a person. I'm saying he wasn't the loudest. Obviously, I know he was obviously skippers on the 15, not the loudest, but his play was him playing by example. I mean, he is a big man, he's the same thing. Don't say much, but the way he plays, you're like, okay, he's leading by example by the way he approaches the game. And again, if we needed to get through to the boys where they're not listening, or to the boys now, if they don't pattern up, game's off on Sunday.
Yep.
And you see him sitting there like, guys, come on, we need to do this because the coach is going to call the game off, you know? You know what I mean? The coach is going to call the game off. So I'm like, you go running around and doing all that sort of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I have to show out massive love to him, man. There's too many in that group.
I mean, big shout out to Jonathan Sanchez.
Yeah.
He's now at Southend Manor in the ESL.
Big Johnny.
Fire.
Patrick
Skipper.
Clark's at Woodford.
Fire.
Shout out little
Yeah,
Patrick.
100%.
He's at Woodford now. Yeah, man, we've got a couple that are still floating around playing non-league, man.
It's good, man. It's good.
It's good. It's good to see that they haven't stopped playing. They kept playing. I speak to quite a few of them that's still playing now. So, you know, we're still with that bond with the boys that if they need help or advice, they know where to come.
Always.
Do you know what I'm saying? So that will always be good.
What, you got something? You got any more you mentioned?
What players?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they just all were, for me, fantastic people, and I think that's credit to obviously their parents and their guardians, because as much as we spoke about them being how they were and obviously having that ego and having that personality, I just want to shout out all of them because as you've heard loads of times, ego. So cool. We're gonna take ego, we're gonna take testosterone, and we're gonna put Newham. Mix that together, and that's what you get on the 6 o'clock news every day. That's what you get on the news. What happens when you mix those three together ends up on the news every evening. So how did we stop that? We got involved, and it's a case of the ego was still there, the testosterone was still there, but inside the Newham was football. So as you said, all of that was still there. They just had something to focus on. So I wanted to say shout out to them for that, because it's real easy to say, oh, forget the football, I want the streets. But really, they don't want the streets. There's just nothing else for them but the streets. But we gave them a pitch, we gave them a ball, we gave them a kit, we gave them a tracksuit, we gave them an agreement to sign to. We gave them a purpose, we gave them responsibility. They had accountability. Like, we gave them all of those things. And when I say we gave them, I'm not saying it's a case of like, put our hands up, we did it. I'm talking more so we gave them the opportunity for all of those things, and they absolutely took them. So yeah, definitely shout out to them. Because even if going back onto the footballing memories, I think a lot of the memories will also be non-footballing ones. Whether it be a case of something happened and how someone protected. You also got to remember, as much as we saying we had some from St. Bonds, I remember we had the other batch. So in my group, when we had like TRG, we had Seb, and we had Lou. And they were like from Hackney. So now you got to look at it. You're like, oh, we got Hackney and Newham. But it's, but he goes St. Bonds and he goes maybe Cardinal Pole, I'm schooled off the top of my head. And it's now a case of like, these two have never seen each other. They only see each other when they come to training and on Sundays. But now they've got each other's numbers. Now, if Lou's in Newham, he doesn't feel a type of way because he's got friends in Newham. Now, if one of them's in Hackney, he doesn't feel a type of way because so we're literally creating those bridges. So that's why I want to say shout out to them, because they could have come over and said, you know what, I'm not going there because that's Newham and I want a Hackney team. They looked at it and said, you know what, I'm here for whatever it is. And as you said, that environment which was created, that I'm going to say by us and by them, because we can easily say that's what we want, but if you don't actually try and produce that, if you guys aren't friendly, if you guys aren't competitive, then it's not really an environment, it's just what we would like to see. So in regards like an actual shout out, for me, it's just absolutely anyone and everyone that put on the Newham Dragons kit. Anyone that actually put on, it's not for sale, by the way. You won't see it on eBay. You won't see it on eBay or Amazon. You ain't getting this no more. But anyone and everyone that represented the badge is a massive shout out because, again, you had to give up your time, you gave up your effort, and you knew what it was for, and it was a bigger purpose. And as you said, that's what, if I was to shout out one, it would be all.
Definitely. I was literally going to say that, like, even you boys as coaches, because it was a big thing to take on at that age. You know what I'm saying? The time we put into finding someone to train, finding kids, having to pay fees and all this kind of stuff. Like, dedication. It takes time, man. You know, we sat down, we've had phone calls, meetings where we've met up and we've spoke about stuff. You know, all that's time. You could be doing other things with your time instead of coaching people's kids when you can be doing other stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? So
it was a full-time job.
You know, it was pretty much a full-time job, for real. It wasn't just Friday, Sunday. I mean, we've gone through things, you know, things that have been on the news. You know, we've had players go missing, and everyone's got together at the football club to try and track down this boy and see where he is. You got people phoning people, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, we've been through a lot of stuff, and we came on the other side stronger than ever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it was a good time while it lasted. I can't lie. Like, lots of fun memories, bad memories.
Yeah.
You know, I remember me and Craig's team had a semi-final.
I was coming. He said bad news. I was like, yeah.
Obviously, the semi-final.
That being burnt my soul. That burnt my soul, man.
And
shout out to Adriano's, though, innit? Shout out to you, man.
Yeah, so
I think they lost in the final. Good.
Yep.
For those that obviously don't know, we had a semi-final. Was it our first season?
Yeah.
Under 15s. Yeah, it was first season.
Yeah.
And so obviously, we left the cards at home, and literally we had a time limit to get it back. Luckily, it was only down the road 10 minutes. I remember Craig whizzed back in the car.
Yeah, man, was literally looking at what
got the cards, and we got back within like maybe 2 minutes late. And we ended up losing the semi-final because we couldn't play it and played a friendly instead against them.
Did we actually play the friendly?
Played a friendly against them,
one of the boys
and
to
we
play.
absolutely battered them.
So burning.
And I remember they kind of said, "Oh, it was a friendly, so it don't really mean nothing anymore." But we pumped them, and it would have been the same with the cards. Do you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And it is what it is. But
man.
that was probably my worst moment being part of this. Was that? Because
we let the boys down.
Yeah, massively. We let them down massively.
We let them down.
You know,
I mean,
and
I don't know whether we even apologized for it. I don't think we did. So
I think we did. I think we did after the game, like, or even before the game.
Maybe, you probably did. But
I'm pretty sure we did.
We robbed them of a final.
Literally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll take that and say, I did that. You know what I mean?
We did, but then it is what it is. Like, mistakes happen. Right? Do you know what I'm saying? It was a simple error. Left the cards.
Goes to
First
show
time
how
all season.
Goes to show how desperate some coaches have to win.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't want to do it for the
Their players were celebrating.
But
I remember the coach was like, we're probably just gonna take the game.
Yeah. But even on that, like, when you talk about things like the league are supposed to have copies of everyone's pictures regardless for them reasons, and they didn't.
Shout out to ELE, by the way.
So
assholes, man.
So
sorry,
because of
bro.
that, obviously,
I remember one of my bad experiences. When I was running the 16s by myself the second year now, I had a christening to go to. I remember saying to look, it's only me. I can't be at a christening and be at the game. Oh no, if you're not there, then it's a forfeit. I'm like, not even a christening is gonna stop you from you know what I'm saying?
It's what the money, man.
Waiting to the piece. I thought, you know what? Obviously, I went to the game. The boys ain't gonna miss out. I said, listen, obviously, I'll have to rush. I think I went to the christening first. I managed to get the game in the afternoon. So I went to the christening in the morning. I was gone in my shirt and tie, changed, you know what I mean, whatever, and I've gone there. So listen, these boys are not gonna miss out.
Yeah.
Because you guys are refusing to, you know what I mean, X, Y, Z. Like, I get why they don't want to do it based on everyone should be rearranging every week. I understand. But if it's a one man running one team, come on, there's got to be some form of, you know what I'm saying? But it's what it is. Shout out to them, man.
Well,
assholes, bro.
and even on that, when we talk about, it wasn't about us, it was about them. You know what I'm saying? You got a Christian to go to, but we're still going to put them first because they train on a Friday night. They come and put the work in. So we can't then miss out because they can't miss out because we got to go somewhere. You know, we'll put them first, man, because it was all about them. Without the boys, there's no club, there's no team. So
There's no Newham Dragons without them.
so we always had to put them first with everything that we done. So yeah, man, that's what it's about.
What about yourself, Jay? Any memories that you like? You look back, and think, I didn't like that one.
Boy, they want everything, so no, he's happy.
Any good or bad
You
memories?
had no bad memories. You won
bad
everything.
memories. I know.
Couldn't have a bad memory. You beat up everyone in the league every week. You could enjoy. You couldn't.
Don't know what to say. Yo. Manny, yo, I'm with you on the podcast right now. You have Coach Terry right there.
Oh shit! He's got the center.
right
Oh
there.
shit! Big guy. Big guy.
So, Manny, they asked a question. I'd love to pass it on to you of any memories, whether it be good or bad, of your time at Newham Dragons. So, like, I'm going to put you to the mic here, so hopefully it'll be a bit louder, but go on.
Yeah, repeat the question real quick.
And your positive, any good experiences or even negative experiences, just share a bit of time. Share a bit of your time when you was at Newham Dragons.
Positive obviously would be that, like, at that age, the football that we were playing was mature, like, and the coaching we were receiving was more mature, like, it was Sunday league, but we was getting like a different type of coaching experience, and the games we were playing as well, like, we were all friends as well, so it just made it fun. Negative will probably be like the structure of the team itself was like, it wasn't like set up properly, and there was just too much things behind doors that weren't really working.
That's the feedback that we need, though, right?
We need that feedback.
So we asked him, and I don't mean to take Coach T's role, but we asked, if you was to do it again, what would you do differently? What would you like to add, and what would you keep? What would you keep?
If I was to do it again, probably I'll probably concentrate on it more, like take it a bit more serious than what I actually took it at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's about it, to be honest.
Cool. And what kind of things, like, from your time at Newham Dragons, do you still remember or use today?
Like, obviously, because I was playing centre back then, that like, you was a centre back then as well, so it was just like, we had coaches that were playing at the same time, so we was getting taught off their experience. So it was like, to this day, I still use things that I was told, like positioning wise and like the way to set up my defense and so forth. So that type of stuff I still use to this day. And more or less just the mentality that we had before a game, I still use it to this day.
God, talk to me a little bit more about that mentality. Like, what was that like?
Obviously, it was like before the game, it was like something like like, how do I say it? Like the vibes before the game, it was serious. Like no one was really bantering around like that. Like it was like you and what's your name, Melvin and Jeff were just like was straight down to it. Was knocking us down, like taking us serious, telling us how to move, what to eat, what to drink, what to like do everything before a game. So it was like all of that was just infiltrated at a young age. Like we was like it was in like year 8, so it was like 12, 13, and we're getting told how to eat, how to do this and that. So it was just like that type of stuff. I know a lot of Sunday league teams weren't doing that.
Yeah, no, that's true. And like, how's things for you now? Like, what are you doing now? Talk to us.
Things are all right, to be fair. Obviously, I wish it was better right now, but yeah, like right now I'm just playing for Barking 23s. So like it's something, but yeah, I just wish I can get it moving more.
Nah, and that's the thing, man, and that's gonna happen, man. Your hard work, your dedication, it's instilled in you now. How old are you now, Manny?
20.
Wow.
No.
Wow, you just made everyone in this room feel old.
Nah,
Everyone in this room feel old.
20, man.
Nah, but as always, man, we're always going to stay in touch. They've got a few more questions for us in regards of like what's going to happen in the future. And you know what? Who knows? Who knows if the next batch of coaches, if there is a reunion at Newham Dragons, one of them names isn't Manny. So you never know. Next generation teach the next generation.
100.
Facts.
All right, cool, anyway, but we're going to get back to this. So, well, thanks for the time, though, Manny, man. I wanted to get you involved, man. Everyone's showing you a bit of love for that, man.
Much love, man.
Manny, look after
cool.
my guy. Yeah, look after, man.
I'm going to shout you, yeah? All right, cool. See you later. Bye.
Something
Jay, that was fire. That was fire,
he just said, yeah. Something he just said that, yeah, we were giving them diet plans and things to do outside of football, running and fitness stuff and core.
Dockside, yeah.
I was getting onto that.
That was a problem. That was a
I
run.
was getting onto that.
Hey, boys, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man.
That was
Oxford's cold, you know.
that was the worst run I've ever done in my whole football career.
Cold. That's
I
by
don't
the
know.
river.
I don't know how Craig even thought about that.
Planes flying and that, bro.
Yeah.
Planes. I was getting gassed by planes.
It
bro.
was so cold,
Water.
windy,
Sorry, man.
and it just looked so far.
Yeah, it looks far.
Yeah,
We did it
yeah.
a few times. We're like,
Yeah.
yo, like big men. We're like, yo, bro.
Yeah, I remember the
Big
first.
man did.
Yeah, I remember the first time I done it.
Oh, snap.
I remember I was vexed with Craig. Craig was like, "Hey, this gone. Do it the boys. Do it the boys." I was like, I was tasting blood. I thought, oh my god.
You had to touch that fence
These
by the
people are-
library. That,
these people
that
are doing
fence, you couldn't
this.
see it.
Yeah,
When you're young, you couldn't see it. Until you get closer, that's when you're going to see it.
There was times that Craig gonna do it twice.
Yeah.
You come back last week and again. What?
Yep.
What?
Like, guys, I'm sorry, man. I'm actually sorry, man.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was mad. That run was crazy. But again, it helped. It's part of the journey, man.
Yeah, facts.
Kept them fit. It was something that they done as a team, and it brought them together. You know, cheering each other on, all that kind of stuff. You know, trying to beat the times. Like when they're getting the last 100 meters, they're like, you got 10 seconds, and people are sprinting in. And yeah, man, it was good times. It was good times, man. Good times.
Good day for Manny, though. I can't lie, man.
Yeah, facts.
It's refreshing hearing back from one of them, you know what I mean, in terms of the experiences of that. 'Cause us, man, as big men, we remember things as a kid, like, yeah, that teacher or that coach, that experience that you've given me, then I remember it. I mean, they'll deny it now, like, they can't remember anything.
Yeah,
but for
yeah,
us,
yeah.
it was something. And the fact that he can like, draw back to this is what my coaches were teaching me at this age, Dutton as well. I'm like, yo, that's serious.
Nah, we done a lot for the boys.
Yeah, for real, man.
I don't think we were realizing how much we were actually
Yeah.
doing. We just
No,
thought,
yeah, we just did it.
I remember, okay, you came with that vision of, I just want to give you what I had as a scholar, as
Yeah.
a person at a professional
Yeah,
club. I want to be
that's
able
what
to
it
give you that. You see what I'm saying? Obviously, the other elements of behavior in school, X, Y, Z, and become a better person. You know what I mean? And we don't realize how much effort we're actually putting into this. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, I think with us, it was never Dragons today.
Yeah.
Dragons.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
I mean,
like-
it's cold.
yeah.
It's December. It's
Yeah.
cold, but you know,
Yeah.
I'll be running up and down that line
Yeah.
like I'm playing anyway. So that's calm. You know what I'm saying? That we were
Yeah.
up for that.
I used
There was
to
no
love
such
going
thing
there
as a
on
sick day
Friday.
to us.
No.
And now sometimes you think, oh, I'm calling sick maybe, or you know, like or day off or annual leave. For us, that was never I need a break.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't need that.
Friday was there.
You were buzzing.
It's Christmas
buzzing.
period. No, we're still gonna train. Let's go West Ham Memorial. We're still training. Train's still on. Like, we're keeping it
We did,
occupied.
we did, we
Turned
did,
up,
we
they're
did.
all there. They
No
loved
day-
it.
no
They
days
loved
off.
coming.
No
They
days
loved
off.
coming.
Coaching is hard work, and I don't think shout out to like grassroots coaches. Looking back at it now,
yeah.
obviously, all of us been in a position now where we've all been paid from coaching. Like going back to volunteering now, I'm thinking, wow, we put in a lot of hours for something. The only reward we can get is within.
Yeah, 100%.
That's all we got like in reward, and we put the hours in. Whereas now we're used to, okay, this is bringing money in for me. Now this is a part of my mortgage or what?
Yeah.
Like, it's adding to something. But we spent so much hours just planning. You know what I mean? Obviously executing. Like, even when we told Joe, I said, Joe, we were talking about you guys every day. You men in school like chatting about the game and that, but we were talking about you guys constantly. We're at work or we're at uni. Or, you're a topic of conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it is nuts. The more I look back and think, we were young. Geez, why were we not up for this whole? I can't bother today. You know, it's a bit long. Kiers cover me or Drake can take this.
None of
it was
that.
never. It was never. Actually, that's something that didn't even cross our mind. We're never thinking, what if Dre's ill today, or what if Jeffrey's gonna be late, or none of us were ever thinking that because we were so on and invested in what we were doing. You see what I'm saying? It was nuts, and I think that's what allowed us to grow as coaches, because we was invested. It wasn't a chore. It was we want to do this.
Yeah, like it's like any job. If you enjoy doing what you do, it's not really a job, is it? It's more of a hobby because you just
Passion.
You enjoy. Obviously, we didn't get paid for it, but we just love doing what we was doing.
If anything, we lost money. I know I definitely lost money. I think I lost about. I think in that season I had my lot. I think I lost the bag 5. Can't make sure paying for training. 'Cause these boys still got to train and that.
Paying people subs on days.
Did that.
Covering. All that
You know
we've
what?
done
I wouldn't
that a
change
lot,
it.
but I wouldn't
True,
change it
true.
for
I'll
the
do it
world.
again.
100%.
Do that.
Wouldn't
I'll do it
change it.
again.
Wouldn't change it.
I remember trekking from Northwest London every day because that's where I was working at the time,
Yeah.
St. Dominic.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
I
yeah.
remember being on the M25 and being stuck, like standstill, like everyone's getting out their cars, not moving. I'm like, bro, I gotta get to training. I gotta get to training, you know what I'm saying? So I'm there messaging the boys in the group like, yo, boys, I might be 20 minutes late because I was training this and that. And I'm just like, who's doing all that mileage for coaching players? I'm leaving work at times like, no, I got to leave now to get to my boys. You see what I'm saying? And bro, I'm thinking the mindset that we had at that time, hats off to all of us, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
We all shared the same mindset in that sense.
Yeah.
It wasn't a choice.
And go back to when we chat about culture. I mean, everyone was going in the same direction. We went to the same things. Like no one was trying to kind of do their own thing. It was we all want to go that way, so we're all going that way. Obviously, we had disagreements. Like
it's
it's
every
expected.
organisation, man.
But after that, we got back on the same page and we just carried on going. Like you said, we invested in it massively.
I don't think it's
one
anything.
thing I wish we should have done though.
Go on.
At the end of the season, that Red Bridge Day, I wish we all could have a photo together with the
that'd have been
trophies on the bottom.
That'd been wicked.
Now
That's where we showed a bit of our youth.
Yeah, you know what I'm
We
saying.
weren't thinking expansively.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Now thinking about it, thinking we should have all coaches, stand on one side, and you got the kids together, like literally.
Obviously,
everyone
we
together,
got
I think,
photos between all of us.
Yeah.
But we didn't get one as a whole
that's-
club.
Yeah.
That's where I think maybe if we had an older head above us, would have just
Would've
given
said
us those ideas that
Yeah.
we weren't thinking of. We were just thinking of ball, play, yeah, goals, yeah, score. Tweeting like madman. I still go through the tweets now sometimes.
Right.
It takes me back. I had to ask Jed, like, yo, you got sent off, what did you do?
That was crazy.
Hope you enjoyed the episode. Tune in next week when we have the next installment of what we're really doing about them Newham Dragons. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. Love for tuning in. Tune in next time. Peace.